What's up, doers? It's your boy Happy Chappy here. Welcome back to another episode. Now on this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the Bedrock Iron Farm. There's been some recent changes to the Bedrock golem mechanics apparently. So, I mean, I guess now you can get like up to almost 10 times as much iron per hour than what you used to. So, yeah. Now, as I was saying, this is for the Bedrock version of Minecraft. But, you know, if you guys would like, you Java guys could hang around if you want, you know, and hang out with us if you'd like. You know, would be kind of you. Okay, so the items that you're going to need for this farm are nearly 5 stacks of builder block of some kind, 40 slabs, a stack of glass, 24 fence gates, 11 lecterns, 9 hoppers, 2 chests, 9 signs, lava. You're going to need to bring along a whole bunch of water, or just make an infinite water source of some sort. I don't even know if you can do that in Bedrock. For the outside of the farm, to make it non-spawnable so the golems don't spawn on the edges, obviously, what we're going to be doing is bringing along some jungle leaves. You can bring along more glass if you would like to. We need a bell. Optionally, we need some glass panes as well too. 21 beds, and then your rail system in order to get your villagers in place. You are also going to need, 10 villagers for this in total. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this build is link your portal up to where your villager breeder is. So there's the villager breeder way off there in the distance. If we go through here, you'll see here's the very first portal I set up that I showed you guys in the last video. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it below in the description, as well as I'll put a card in place. If we go through here, as it says, villager breeder. Okay, so here's the villager breeder. As you can see, no chunks loaded because Bedrock is stupid. And then just set it up so that way you can scoop up your villagers, put a little lever in place in order to switch your rail systems back and forwards. Okay, so that way all you have to do is just come back here. All your villagers are over there ready for you. When you need one in the overworld, all you have to do is come through, stand here, send it off. Okay, it's going to automatically collect a villager for you. Of course, it collects a baby villager. The activator rail hits the villager out of the rail, and then the detector rail sends the signal through, pushing them through to the overworld. When we get back through, like I said, here's your villager waiting and ready for you, so that way you can start your farm build. Now, only bring these villagers out one at a time, otherwise you will have linking problems when we do start to get the beds in place, okay? So that is how you do that. So the first thing you're going to do for this build is we need to create a 19 by 19 wide pit here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 8 blocks each direction. Okay, once you have your pit carved out, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the center here. So that is 8 blocks from the center each way. And we are going to build up 12 blocks in total from here. So 1, 2, 3. Once you are 12 blocks in the air, what you're going to do is you're going to take all that dirt there that we just dug out, and you're going to create yourself a 15 by 15 platform on this 12th layer here. So that is 7 blocks out each way from the center. But we don't really need the middle here to be filled in because we are going to be making it a pit. So what I like to do is just go 7 blocks each way and then connect all those up with just a 4 wide platform in total. All right, once you have your platform done, this is what it should look like. So like I said, 15 by 15 in total. This is just temporary, so don't do this out of something that is hard to remove. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto the platform. We're going to come 2 over from the center here, and we're going to place down our first bed. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to build up a pillar beside it, and then come 1 down, and then we're going to place a block over top of the pillow as well. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to build our rail system down in order to get our villager. Once you have your rail system in place, all you have to do is send your minecart down in order to collect your villager. And once he gets within range, he should link up to this bed here. Okay, so we're going to see... And yep, there he goes. He links up to this bed. And now your best bet is to do all of this at nighttime. If you do it at nighttime, it's super simple, it's super quick, and you don't have to run around afterwards trying to place down, you know, lecterns and then remove them and then get them set up for certain individuals. So like I said, do this at nighttime, because once it is night, as you can see, your villager will just head over to his bed here. You can then place your lectern down in front of him. He will link to it, and then what you can do is place down your next bed, put a piece of glass over top of it, put a second piece of glass over top of this guy here. Okay, then all you have to do is go to the nether real quickly, grab yourself another villager, bring him back on through. He may already start to link up to the second bed, I'm not sure. Okay, but then just send down your minecart, grab your second villager, bring back your second villager who will link to this bed or already be linked to this bed. Just remove the minecart, wait for him to go to sleep, give him his lectern, and then rinse and repeat. Just block him in, put the pillow over. Okay, and then all you have to do is just repeat that process 10 more times. So do 5 on this side, and then we're going to do 5 on that side as well. So just place down your bed, cover the guy in glass and the pillow as well too. Get your next villager, lectern, close them in, and then repeat the process. Okay, once you have your first 5 villagers in place, okay, this is what they should look like. Make sure you give them an extra side as well too. Okay, so don't just leave them like this. Otherwise the guy, when he wakes up, he will slide out. And then all you're going to do is run your rail systems across over to this side over here, and then repeat that process again. So make sure you put down your walls, and then your first bed that is 2 over from the center. Block over top of the pillow, get your villager up here, let him link to it, and then keep on rinsing and repeating. So again, in fast motion, once you have your villager ready for you, it's just bed, put glass over the pillow, get your villager up here or in place. Once he links to it, he'll go to sleep, give him a lectern, he'll link to it, put a glass over top of him so that way he cannot escape. Another bed, another glass, another villager, another lectern, trap him in, repeat. Okay, if you can, try not to get any nitwits in here, all right? Because obviously those guys cannot take up any trades, and yeah, it would just be kind of useless to you. Okay, now what you're going to want to do before it turns to daytime is you're going to want to remove all of the blocks that are below the villagers here and within 2 block radius, okay? Otherwise, when it does turn to daytime, all of these guys are just going to hop out, and it'll just be a nightmare for you. So just make sure you clear out all the blocks that are underneath them. Okay, same with the ones under the lecterns too, if you can get at them. Leave these sides here though, because we are going to be putting more beds there. Okay, especially these corner ones. Make sure you get these corner ones out of the way too, because these guys will hop out and over to them. But now we can, or should be able to, successfully set it over to day. So time set day. Yeah, and you'll see everybody just kind of gets trapped in there and stays in place. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the center here again. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up 5 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, sorry, that's 6 blocks in total. Then we're going to build out one like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to step our way down. Okay, so something like that. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to climb back up to the top here. Okay, and then this is where you're going to place a bed. And then our next step is we need to basically find the leader or the commander or whatever of this village. So what we're going to do is we're going to place down a bell. Okay, and as you can see, once we remove the bell, okay, that guy there, it looked like he was the one with the broken hearts. Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave the bell there. Then we're going to sign out. Then we're going to sign back in again. And then what we're going to do is we are going to remove the bell again. Okay, and as you can see, the person changed. Okay, and it's now that guy there down at the end. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sign out again. And if it changes, here's what you have to do. Which it did, is you have to kill the imposter and then replace him with a regular or another villager anyways. So that's why you don't want to get rid of any of this stuff here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got these 2 guys down here. Okay, so it looks like this guy here is the imposter. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the blocks here, or just knock him down anyways. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to remove the imposter. Okay, and then we'll remove his workstation as well. Put a builder block below it so that way the villager can have access to it. Then we've got to get another villager up here, get him linked to this bed, get him linked to a workstation, and then, you know, keep rinsing and repeating that until we get to the next step. Once you have a new villager in place, do the same thing. Place down your thing. Okay, it's going to be this guy here at the end. So we'll just replace it, sign out. Okay, and that is what you were looking for right there. We got lucky with it on the second try, so we only had to kill one dude. Okay, but if we place down the bell and remove it, you'll see the hearts are over this guy here. And if we replace it, sign out, sign back in again. And if we remove the bell, as you'll see, the hearts are still over this guy's head here. Okay, so now this guy is officially the leader of the village, and what we need to do is get him up there onto a bed up on that level. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a few temporary blocks here below him. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the blocks here in front. We're going to place a bed up here at the top. And then what you want to do is you want to remove his lectern, and then you are going to remove his bed. Okay, as you'll see, he jumps out into the opening here. He should eventually link to that bed there. If he doesn't, what you can do is just climb up here, remove it, and then replace it. Okay, and as you'll see, he is officially linked to it. Now what you want to do is encase this guy in glass. So make sure you just completely surround him in glass like this. Same thing with what we did, down there. And then in front of him, you're going to give him his bell. And on the back side, what you're going to do is give him his lectern. Now what you can do is just kind of fill this area in here if you would like. Remove the blocks on the bottom, so that way, again, the villagers don't jump out. And then, boom, everybody is in their right positions. Everybody is where they need to be. You can ignore the grass, like I said, because that is temporary. And next what we are going to do is create the spawning platform for the iron golems. Now that everybody is where they should be, and we have the leader of the village over the center of the village, what we're going to do is on the third block here. Okay, so 3 blocks up. This is where we are going to basically create a 19 by 19 platform with the same 7 by 7 hole in the center. Okay, when you get to the area with the villagers here, what you have to do is end up putting a slab over top of their head. If you do have a difficult time doing this, what you may have to do is just wait for nighttime to come. Okay, and as you'll see, these slabs just go straight in place right away. Okay, and what you should have when you are all done is this setup right here. So that is a 19 by 19 platform with a 7 by 7 hole in the center. Your villagers should be 3 blocks above the platform here, with your other villagers just below it. Make sure that these blocks here below the villager are removed. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place temporary blocks along the inside here. Then we're going to line this whole inside perimeter here with our fence gates. And then we're going to make sure that all those fence gates are open as well too. And then we can remove the temporary blocks below them. Once you have that done, this is what it should look like. Now what we are going to do is we're going to go around the outside here and place down our transparent non-spawnable blocks. Then what you're going to do is you're going to run a row of water down each of one side. Once you have that done, what you're going to do is place another water source here in the center, and then come over here to where you see the water flowing this direction. Place another one, do the same thing, and then repeat that on this side. And what you should get is a nice flow, okay, that points towards the center. If you do have a better way of placing your water, go for it. Next, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump down here onto our other platform. And then what we have to do is place another, what do we got? 5, 10. So we got to place 11 beds down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, I placed my other 5 beds down here. I placed the 21 or the 6th one, okay? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 21 beds in total down here. And as you can see, okay, we have major cats growing, or major cats forming here. So the farm is working. So next what you want to do is just come down here, place down your water sources along the edge, and then do the same thing for the other side here. You can do this first even if you want to in order to contain the cats right away. And then what we're going to do is place a water source on this side, another one on that side. Okay, in order for it to square up like that on the end, what you have to do is just come here and place 3 water sources in the center. And what you get there is a square. Next, what we can do is dig this down at least 4 or 5 blocks in total, I would say. This is going to get a little bit chaotic here because we have all the kitty cats and everything. Kitty, I'm sorry. Then what you're going to do is just kind of step your way out and try to contain the cats in there if you can. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to carve out yourself a little room here. You're going to place down your double chest. Okay, with your 9 hoppers running into it.
That's right.
And as you can see, we already have iron golem spawning into the farm, as well as plenty of cats, so we know it is working. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place down our signs. You need to do 9 of them in total, and they all need to be on this second layer above the hoppers here. Once you have that all done, you can just kind of, try to make sure you're aiming or you're hitboxing on one of these upper blocks here, and then you're just going to place down your lava source. And what you should get is your iron golem should start to burn up. And now, sadly, what we need to do is we need to get rid of all of these cats here. These cats take up the guardian cap or the mob cap, whatever it is. So, unfortunately...
NANI?!
Okay, once you have everything in place here, all you have to do is just kind of close it all in with some glass. And then dig your way out to the surface. Okay, once you're back at the surface here, this is what your, pit should look like. Now, believe it or not, all we have to do is just come up here, remove all of these grass blocks that are below, the beds here and on this lower layer. And that is it right there. That is your iron farm done and ready. If you do see cats spawning, that means that the farm is working. Okay, but as you'll see there, we do get iron golems spawning. They do fall down into your lava pit and you do get your iron from it. Now, if you do find the iron golems are doing this is why I said to bring along the glass panes, because what you can do is this right here. And what that does is it helps push the iron golem just kind of out and into the lava a little bit more. And yeah, all is good. Okay, there's an upper shot of it. Like I said, it's just a 19 by 19 platform with a 7 by 7 hole in the center. But that is it right there, you guys. That is your iron golem farm. It's a pretty simple build. I've heard rumors that if you, add more and more villagers to this and more beds for it, it does increase the spawn rates. So what you could do if, especially since my villager breeder over there spawns 40 or 50 villagers every single Minecraft day, what you could do is just kind of, use a sheep farm, load this whole lower half up here with beds and villagers, and just kind of see what you get. I would put 40 or 50 villagers down here with 40 or 50 beds and start seeing if you can just, roll iron golems through. But that is it right there, you guys. That is your iron golem farm. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be a world download available for this farm from the website linked in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll definitely catch you on the next one. Peace.